Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner Certification. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. Our team is working hard to keep the content up to date. If you find this video helpful, let us know in the comment. We really appreciate if you like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is, which AWS services are managed database services? Select two options. Option A, Amazon Elastic Block Store. Option B, Amazon S3. Option C, Amazon DynamoDB. Option D, Amazon RDS. And option E, Amazon Elastic File System. The correct answer is option C and D. Next question is, which tasks are the customer's responsibility according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Select two options. Option A, establish the global infrastructure. Option B, perform client-side data encryption. Option C, configure IAM credentials. Option D, secure edge locations. And option E, pattern Amazon RDS DB instances. The correct answer is option B and C. Next question is, which AWS service or feature is highly available by default? Option A, Amazon EC2. Option B, Amazon Aurora. Option C, NAT instances. And option D, Amazon RDS. The correct answer is option D. Next question is, a user with an AWS basic support plan has determined that illegal activities are being run on their AWS resources. What is the recommended method for the user to report the activity to AWS? Option A, contact the AWS Concierge support team. Option B, contact an AWS technical account manager. Option C, contact the AWS abuse team. And option D, contact the AWS support team. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, a company needs a data warehouse for analytical workloads. The data warehouse must support standard SQL queries. Which AWS services meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon EMR. Option B, Amazon Athena. Option C, Amazon Redshift. And option D, Amazon RDS. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, which disaster recovery option is the least expensive? Option A, warm standby. Option B, multi-site. Option C, backup and restore. And option D, pilot light. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, an auditor is preparing for an annual security audit. The auditor requests certification details for a company's AWS hosted resources across multiple availability zones in the US East 1 region. How should the company respond to the auditor's request? Please go through the options. The correct answer is option A. Next question is, a company has only basic knowledge of AWS technologies. Which AWS service provides the simplest way for the company to establish a website on AWS? Option A, Amazon Elastic File System. Option B, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Option C, AWS Lambda. And option D, Amazon Lightsail. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, a company wants to establish a private network connection between AWS and its corporate network. Which AWS service or feature will meet this requirement? Option A, Amazon Connect. Option B, Amazon Route 53. Option C, AWS Direct Connect. And option D, VPC peering. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which AWS service can a company use to access compliance documentation and AWS agreements? Option A, AWS Security Hub. Option B, AWS Identity and Access Management. Option C, AWS Artifact. And option D, AWS Certificate Manager. The correct answer is option C. Moving to next question. A company is based in the US East 1 region and has a satellite office in the EU West 2 region. The company wants to use Amazon Workspaces to host its internal web portal and virtual desktops for employees. What should the company do to minimize latency and ensure the best possible performance for employees? Option A, deploy the internal web portal and virtual desktops to US East 1 only. Use an Amazon Cloud Fund distribution for the users in EU West 2. Option B, deploy the internal web portal to US East 1 only. Deploy the virtual desktop to US East 1 and EU West 2. Option C, deploy the internal web portal to US East 1 and EU West 2. Deploy the virtual desktops on network optimized Amazon EC2 instances to US East 1 only. And option D, deploy the internal web portal and virtual desktops to US East 1 and EU West 2. The correct answer is option B. Next question is, a web developer has limited knowledge of AWS networking services such as Amazon VPC, elastic load balancing and auto scaling, but wants to host a highly available web application. Which AWS service would automatically handle the deployment and reduce the complexity for the developer? Option A, AWS Code Deploy. Option B, AWS Resource Access Manager. Option C, AWS Elastic Beanstalk. And option D, AWS CloudFormation. The correct answer is option C. Next question is, which AWS service provides a simple way to set up a new multi-account AWS environment and govern it at scale? Option A, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option B, AWS Security Hub. Option C, AWS Control Tower. And option D, AWS Resource Access Manager. The correct answer is option C. Moving to next question. How does the AWS cloud pricing model differ from the traditional on-premises storage pricing model? Option A, AWS resources do not incur costs. Option B, there are no infrastructure operating costs. Option C, there are no upfront cost commitments. And option D, there are no software licensing tools. The correct answer is option C. Thank you.